Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
I'm Robert McBride, and this is Everyday People, a program in which we investigate the lives of people making a difference in our community. Good morning, this is Robert McBride from the Rockingham Arts and Museum Project with an episode of Everyday People, talking to people in the community that make a difference. And on today's program, we have a guest that has been on over a year ago, Annette Spaulding. And we have a lot of exciting activities. We always have a lot of activities to catch up with when we speak with Annette. But today we're here to talk about the Bellows Falls Historical Society and also a big fundraising event they're coming up, and the nature of that fundraising event, which is very exciting with a lot of thematic texts and objects and history of the Connecticut River and people that had settled here before. So welcome, Annette, to the program.
Hi, Robert. How you doing?
Good.
I am very excited about this presentation, but before I tell you about it, I do want to say one thing.
Sure.
Everyday People, your show, you are so wonderful in this community, and I would like to honor you for what you do. And you are not an everyday person. So, thank you.
Thank you.
So, with that, I would like to bring to the attention of this amazing presentation that we actually put together just a short time ago. And the reason, the Adams Grist Mill, one of our oldest structures and most historic structures that we have in our community, suddenly needs a new roof. And it's really an emergency. We need to get that roof secured. So we have very rapidly put together a incredible presentation with great activity. So on November 14th, we actually will be using the Opera House, the Bellows Falls Opera House Theater, and on that day, we will have this fundraiser for the Bellows Falls Historical Society to raise as much money as we can for this roof. So first of all, we have at 5 o'clock to 6:30, it will be $10 to get in. And from 5 to 6:30, we have the most amazing thing. I would like to, at this time, acknowledge the Abenaki culture and heritage of our area in our community. And it is extremely spiritual for me to be diving in the river below the Great Falls, and there's just a very different feeling in this area, as well as the West River, where I've spent a lot of time underwater. And with that, I would like to bring to your attention that from 5 to 6:30, we will have, for the very first time in more than 30 years, I don't think he'll mind if I tell you this, he's 92 years old, Gordon Crandall, a former Vermont archaeologist. And Gordon is part Abenaki. And he really sincerely cares so much about the culture, the habitat of this area, and actually sharing this amazing knowledge that he has with our community. He, for the very first time, will be displaying a very, very large amount of his artifacts over the last 70 years. They will be on display. At the same time that's happening, we will have a silent auction. And we have the most amazing gifts that have been donated in this silent auction, and I can talk to you about them in a minute. We'll have a 50-50 raffle as well. And then those things happen between 5 and 6:30. Josh Hearn from Magic Mountain will be serving wine and also beers. And of course, the Opera House there, very famous popcorn, candy, etc., and soft drinks and water. So we will have that, and we'll have some light snacks donated by the various people, and that's 5 to 6:30.
Great.
At 6:30,
Yeah.
all right. So 6:30, Gail Golick, anthropologist and archaeologist from Walpole. She is amazing. She's given presentations in the past, and we've done them together. She's going to tell you a little bit about some history right behind, just south of the Adams Grist Mill, down to the Westminster Station Bridge, to kind of lay out the foundation of what I am going to tell you and show you. After Gail's half hour, I am actually going to show video that no one else has seen of items that I have found just in the last 2 months. This is an amazing historic discovery. I was looking for something else just south of the canal, and instead I stumbled across several things. People are going to love this, that whether you love geography, geology, because I found something amazing that you will never believe. I couldn't believe it either. It's amazing, and I have great video footage of it. Also, people always say, how big are those carp? How big are those carp and bass? Those are going to be in there too, as well as a very historic discovery just south of the Adams Grist Mill.
Okay. So I'm going to jump in here because
Sure.
you've just given a lot of information, and if you're just joining us, I'm interviewing Annette Spaulding, who is a great, dives into the Connecticut River, loves the Connecticut River, finds amazing things, sees amazing things, and is going to share some of these. So this is going to be on November 14th, which is a Thursday. It's going to go from 5 till probably 7:30 or 8 after all the presentations.
I'd say
It's going to
8.
be at the Bellows Falls Opera House. It's called Underwater Treasures. It's a fundraiser for the Bellows Falls Historical Society. All this information is on their website as bellowsfallshistoricalsociety.org, all spelled out. So you can see the schedule, the event, and it's a fundraiser to help raise money to be able to fix the roof of the Adams Grist Mill, which is a pretty amazing building. If you're in downtown Bellows Falls and have ever gone down below past the tunnel that goes under the undertown town to the river, the Adams Grist Mill is there. It's a beautiful building in pretty much original condition from when it was built, and some electricity was added in the 1920s. And there's a beautiful pathway and walk down there too, so a lot of people have been discovering the area more. So the Adams Grist Mill, owned by the Bellows Falls Historical Society. And it seems like there's a lot of things to do, which you can see on the website and participate. There is an admission charge to come to the event, which is $10, I believe.
Yes, it is.
But that includes, there's hors d'oeuvres, there's a cash bar, and
Correct.
you get to, talk to this guy, Jordan Crandall. I mean, who's going to bring a collection of his things that he rarely shows, and it's a real treat to meet him and talk with him. So that's kind of an outline of the event. We're going to come back to some of the more specific things on it, but I want to talk a little bit about the amount of years you've devoted, Annette, to swimming in the river, discovering things, finding things, and always being amazed and inspired by it. So, you've been an incredible resource for our community, and to share this history with people all over the world, probably too. But what keeps you going at it?
Okay, so we happen to live on one of the most historic rivers, one of 14 heritage rivers designated for a lot of reasons, history, environmental, etc. And we, this river, 38 years ago, I've served for 38 years on the underwater rescue team. And so when I was diving 38 years ago out here, you could see this far. We have seen a total reversal of the health of this river. I have become a member of the Connecticut River Conservancy. I have seen firsthand what they have done with other groups to protect this river, and I'm totally impressed. I'm a member, and I love the Connecticut River Conservancy. And so now when I'm diving, I have 35-foot visibility. And this year, it just so happens that we didn't have a lot of rain in the summer, and I had the best visibility I've ever had in 38 years. And I have been able to film my buddies, my carp people that are always outside the visibility. I've got my 4-foot carp, 5-foot carp. They're my buddies down there. Yeah. I have things underwater that I'm inspired because I have seen this total reversal in the health of the river. Healthy fish, healthy mussels, native mussels. And just last year, there were sturgeon just south of the Vernon Dam. 2 of them were caught by a fisherman and his friend, a disabled friend. It was catch and release, but they were able to take pictures and take a little rubbing from them, and they were able to tell from the DNA that these are native Connecticut River sturgeon, which is
Wow.
so amazing. So I am so inspired because now that it's cleaned up so much over the years, every single dive, and I'm not joking, every single dive, I find a piece of history. This river, I've dove all over the world. This river is so historic. It goes from the ocean up to the Canadian border.
Yeah.
And it has history like you would not believe. From the Abenaki presence, of course, their culture and their heritage. That is number one. And then as time went on, and fur traders and just so many things. The Elephant Bridge, the first traveling elephant circus that crossed between Putney and Westmoreland. I mean, we have so much history, and I just keep finding. And when I do, what's so exciting, I'll do presentations and bring some of the things that I find, and other people help me identify what I found.
Yeah.
Including the Historical Society that I'm a member of.
Yeah, that's great. So on that evening, there's going to be, in the fundraiser, there's going to be a lot of auction items, not auction, items out, silent
yes,
auction items.
silent auction to
It's
bid
not going to be a
on.
live auction, it'll be silent auction, and you have lots of time to peruse, look at those items, and and put in a bid for them and bid them up and bring your friends. So do you want to maybe at this point discuss or talk about, you mentioned the
Sure.
Elephant Bridge
Yes.
to me, and I'm
Yes.
sitting here looking at a very nice looking little
know.
wooden box in front of me that you might want to hold up for the camera viewers and describe for the people on the radio that might be hearing this program.
I'll hold it up, but you have to promise not to look at my fingernails.
Yeah.
Because I was scuba diving and digging in the sand and gravel.
Right.
So that's why they look this way. This is an amazing gift. This is a hand-carved box. And this box, as you can see, it says 1820 Horatio, the Elephant Bridge. This box I actually was made and donated along with this beautiful handmade pen.
Oops, might fall out.
yeah.
Careful there.
Here we go. This is a handmade pen, hand carved, and this is carved from an isolated piece of wood that dislodged after Hurricane Irene from the Elephant Bridge. The very famous bridge that actually was built, that the first traveling elephant crossed over from Putney to Westmoreland. The history, that's another great thing.
Yeah.
Every time I find something, I want to know where it came from, and this history was crazy and amazing. But yes, we did. We had the first traveling elephant brought to North America in our community, and this was donated by Ron Blaze. He makes pens, and this is one of the auction items. We also have, the generosity here has been incredible. Streeter Electronics in Marlborough, New Hampshire. George Streeter, he's owned his business now for more than 60 years. And 50 years he told me. He donated a $500 metal detector. That is one of them. We have Ken Burns. He loves history, as you know. Ken just donated a signed copy of his country music poster. We have a signed print of the Grist Mill painting by Charlie Hunter. Signed a fish. Remember the band Fish?
Yeah.
All right. We have a signed poster by Fish by those members. Isn't that amazing? We also have, there's amazing. We have Superman and Wonder Woman donation, the books. They're about $120 each, and a Superman ring.
Fantastic.
Donated.
We could all use one of those.
Archer Mayer donated a signed copy of the Bellows Falls, and we have a 6-foot Star Wars cutout from the 1990s that was for a theater, and these are very highly collectible. We actually have 3 of them. I donated them.
Yeah,
Remember the Belmont Drive-In
I
Theater?
do remember
All right,
the
we won't go
Belmont
into that
Drive-In.
long
That's
story.
another program.
But that's another program. Okay, and then we have beautiful paintings of loons, beautiful $400 fair market value, and Llama Llama, our beautiful Anna Dudney that we lost several years ago. Her partner has donated their book that they wrote together before she passed away. We have firefighters books from firefighters, and amazing, all kinds of good things from Allen Brothers. We have, Connecticut River Conservancy. Wait till you see that. They donated the most beautiful book, and it's aerial view from of the Connecticut River from the air, and the waterproof paddler's map, and a great book on traveling down the Connecticut River. And we have some fly fishing things and regional historic books, covered baskets. We have just so many different items.
Yeah.
And what else? In the grist mill, there were pieces of slate that do not fit the grist mill. At one time, I guess it was on an addition. We are actually selling those pieces. If you want to own a part of the most historic building, we will be selling those at this event as well, and the 50-50 raffle.
Great. So basically, you can you can learn more about the Bellows Falls Historical Society in general, but see the auction items. They're currently up online, and it's at Bellows Falls Historical Society, all spelled out.org. And for some people that might not have participated in a silent auction event, how does it work? I mean, the items are out.
Yes. So I would like to say that they also have a Facebook page.
Okay.
And on that Facebook page, they've taken photos of these donated items so people can see them. So unfortunately, you have to be here at this event to bid on them. However, you could go on to the Facebook page, and if you see something that catches your eye and you can't be there that evening, you can have a friend bid for you. And I'll tell you how it works. We have local high school students that will also be helping. They will be along the tables for the silent auction. We have more than 40 items. There'll be the item with a board in front of it, and each person will have a number. When you come in, you'll get a number, and then you'll be able to put that number and your name, and you can say, for instance, if on this metal detector you wanted to start at $200, you would put your name, $200. But then somebody else will come along and say, oh, I really want this metal detector. So they'll put their name in $250. And then right at 6:30, each one of these items with that board, people will come along, all the attendees, and they will bid it up, it's hopefully quite high to help us. But I think they're going to get some pretty good deals, and I know they will. We have thousands of dollars of items, but at 6:30, that's the cutoff. And that's when Gordon's not presentation, but his display ends, and that's when this auction ends. At 6:30, whoever was the highest bidder on those sheets wins.
Right.
And then they're brought to one of our members who will be handling this, Marguerite and John. They will be telling everybody, all the winners. And at the end of my presentation, at 8 o'clock, I will be announcing these items very quickly.
Right.
They'll have it all tallied up. Those people just go in the back, and we'll be able to help them.
And I'm sure you wouldn't be against, I'm sure there's some kind of contact email on the Bellows Falls Historical Society website. If someone sees an object online saying, I would like to put in a bid for this amount, and someone would be able to do that.
I believe so.
You know, I think we could, you might not have any
Absolutely.
friends in the area. Someone from California may see about this event and say,
Exactly.
wow, that looks great. I'm willing to put in a bid for
Yes,
this amount on an event. I'm sure it could be handled. And then also,
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit about the budget or the need for this new roof? I mean, what's our challenge here that we're trying to start to contribute towards? I mean, is it are we talking about a $50,000 project, a $100,000 project? I mean, roofs are not cheap.
Right.
Slate roof, beautiful old building. Mm-hmm. You never know what you're going to find when you start working on the roof.
Exactly.
So what's the challenge?
And that's why I can't answer that question, because I'm not an engineer, a structural engineer. So I do not know exactly. We have several people that are working with Mr. Watson, Kyle, and he is meeting with them to give us some bids of what it's going to take. And at the same time, thanks to you as well and your help, we have applied for some grants, and those grants will be, it's going to be thousands, many thousands.
Oh, yeah.
And those grants hopefully will help toward this. This will be, we might have a matching situation. That's why we need to raise as much as we can. Winter is coming, and we need to get this taken care of. We may have to do, for now, just the emergency patch, and then in the spring, get this on.
Right. No, and I think it's also an opportunity. There may be many people out there that are very supportive of the grist mill, and it might not be that you really need an object or an item, but this is a good time to be able to join the grist mill and or perhaps make an independent donation to the cause.
Yes.
Too. So,
Yes.
We're hosting this event because it's a great event to bring people together. It's an important cause, really incredible presentations of these people and their work. And to hear Gail talk about the history, to see Randall's collection, to hear you share your experiences and your unveiling of these secret things you keep teasing us with.
I'm not telling
You're
you.
only going to see
I'm not
there.
telling
In fact,
anyone
before this
until
program
this.
started, Annette said that VPR wanted to interview her and wanted to know the things. She said, well, I'm not going to tell you about these things. You have to come to the event first. So
My community comes first.
Absolutely.
The
So
history.
it'll be a great event. So once in a while, I just want to keep hammering away at it's the Bellows Falls Historical Society.org information that you can get on their website. You can then get connected to their Facebook page. You can see these items. But the Bellows Falls Historical Society has been very active again recently, doing wonderful work. And there's a lot more talks and events, and they have a home right now on Westminster Street, right downtown, across from Flatiron. And they're usually definitely open on Friday and Saturdays for hours are posted. And just go in and see some of the collections that are there and talk to some of the people. And, we always need volunteers and help and input. So it's good.
It's so amazing. I am so thankful. Historical societies are so important in our community. I have visited 16 historical societies in the last several months in 3 different states. No, 4, counting Connecticut, to have my research complete of what I found. And that, along with Gail, and these historical societies are so important.
Yeah.
This is our heritage to go forward, and we really need very, very much to support them. We have had a few anonymous donating people. You can either be anonymous or not, but you can go online or you can get in touch with one of the historical society people. And if you would like to make a donation toward this cause, it is a really good cause. And I'm not really sure if you knew, no, I know that you know, but maybe many people in the community don't. But where the Historical Society grist mill is, right between the Flatiron and where Hallidays is, there's a little road there. You go down, go around the corner, the grist mill is on your left. But several years ago, we got the funds to build a beautiful historical walkway along there.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I mean, people are really using it. So many people go down there now. They walk around, they walk their dogs, they take a moment off the hectic urban life of Bellows Falls and space out. We have been given the high sign that the program is just about up. So I want to thank Annette again for your energy, your constant perseverance, your love for the Connecticut River and for the Historical Society, and really the support that you've given to this event, And we hope everyone will come to the event. So once again, Thursday, November 14th at the Bellows Falls Opera House, downtown Bellows Falls. It starts at 5 p.m. and probably go till about 8.
Say 8.
Wrap up, but you can, very casual, from 5 to 6:30. It's mingle, cash bar, hors d'oeuvres, look at the things out in the auction, and talk to Randall about his incredible collection that he'll be there talking about. And then, but if you can't join us, please check out the website, Bellows Falls Historical Society.org, and participate with us to secure the grist mill for the next infinity of time.
My last comment is at 8 o'clock, what's really important, I need your help. I found something incredible, and you may be able to solve the mystery of the other thing I found.
Fantastic. So once again, this is Everyday
Thank you.
People. I want to thank Annette for joining us. And I want to thank Fact TV for being such a great resource in our community to help share information. And I'd like to thank the Vermont Arts Council, the National Endowment for the Arts, Chroma Technology, for helping to underwrite RAMP, and all the individuals that support RAMP to keep us going and keep us current on what's happening in our dynamic community. Thank you.
Thank you.